First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Good morning and welcome into Fox 10 Midday. It's Tuesday, April 6th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Mitchell.
I'm meteorologist Nicholas Herboso. It has been a lovely start today. Yes. Cool this morning.
Very chilly this morning. Yeah,
but now not. Have you stepped outside recently?
I've not.
It is warming up quick. It is warming up quick. We're getting all the way up to around 80 degrees today.
Okay.
So a quick warm up, abundant sunshine. Tomorrow is going to be a similar story, except less sunshine tomorrow, but still warm.
Okay.
And then we're talking about the beach, because the beach is going to be our big focus this week. You can see how many folks are down there. It is very busy. It is everybody going to the beach today, which I recommend that because today's a good beach day. The temperature is warming up nicely this afternoon, and it's going to get even warmer as we go through the next few hours here. But that east-northeast wind at 12 miles per hour, you see how the waves are? They look pretty rough. It is going to get even rougher as we go through the day today and into tomorrow. Today's afternoon highs around 80 degrees, 79 in Pensacola, 78 in Mobile, 80 Calvert, 79 Atmore and Bruton. Winds, something that we're taking note of here, out of the northeast, and they're going to turn more easterly at around 10 miles per hour with higher gusts up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour. That's doing a few things in our forecast. First of all, it's dry, very dry, and we're in a drought. So with the wind and the lower levels of humidity that we have today, we have a red flag warning that is a fire weather warning. No outdoor burning today. No outdoor burning today. It is not recommended for our area because we have the dry conditions and the wind. And also with the wind building and turning out of the east, we have this, a high surf advisory that goes into place at 7 a.m. on Wednesday. That'll go until 1 a.m. on Friday, 5 to 7 feet for our waves. An extremely rough situation down at the beach. Those are our weather headlines. Warm and sunny today, staying dry. Remember that fire danger. And then the high surf advisory causing some rough issues down at the beach. If you know anybody that's down at the beach, tell them to be careful. Tell them to be careful today because it is going to get rougher as we go through the day, even though the weather looks fantastic. We're going to be breaking down all these details, talking about the high surf and all the warmth that we're expecting, the dry conditions we're expecting in the days ahead, and how long all of that lasts. The details coming up.
Nick, thank you. Topping our headlines on Fox 10 Midday today, Mobile police arresting a man accused of killing his mother and grandmother on Easter Sunday in Louisiana. The St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office says 22-year-old Lee Collins III got into an argument with the two women before shooting them at their home. Investigators say he also attempted to shoot his father but missed. The victims have been identified as Collins' mother, 55-year-old Trinell Collins, and his grandmother, 75-year-old Mary Major. According to Mobile Police, Collins was brought to Alta Point Health yesterday afternoon by a neighboring law enforcement agency after giving a false name. We're told employees grew suspicious and called Mobile Police, who confirmed he was the suspect wanted in connection with the double murder. Collins is now in custody pending extradition to Louisiana, where he will face 2 counts of second-degree murder. And the murder trial of Darius Lucky Jr. is officially on pause after a dispute over evidence the defense says it did not receive. The judge in the trial ordered prosecutors to turn over screenshots and a transcript of the lead detective's testimony to the defense. Lucky's lawyers made the request, saying they never got the screenshots, apparently from an Instagram account that Sergeant Jermaine Rogers tested about last week. Prosecutors say the images show Lucky wearing nearly identical clothing to an armed man seen at an apartment complex in 8 Mile. This shortly after the drive-by shooting that killed 9-year-old Kaylee Knight in her home on Rhett Drive. The defense now says it wants to review the screenshots to try to determine when they were made and when they were posted. The trial is expected to resume tomorrow. Well, an Alabama woman has been identified nearly 50 years after her disappearance. 29-year-old Victoria Hargrove disappeared from her home in Opelika back in January of 1980. 3 weeks later, her body was found at the bottom of a ravine in California. Her remains were sent to Texas, where a forensic genealogy company worked with investigators to positively identify Hargrove.
Really, these cases that are opened for decades have so much uncertainty, and the removal of that uncertainty, through modern technology and through using sound investigative practices, partnering with agencies like Othram is critical.
The Riverside County District Attorney's Office in California is still working to determine why Victoria Hargrove was in the state in the first place, as well as find out who and what killed her in 1980. And in Baldwin County, 3 teenagers are facing burglary charges after police say they broke into a Fairhope community center twice. Fairhope police say 2 14-year-olds and a 13-year-old were caught on security camera breaking into the K1 Center on Church Street. Investigators say the teens admitted to entering the building on 2 separate occasions, stealing items and vandalizing the property both times. All 3 are charged with burglary, and because of their ages, their cases will be handled in juvenile court. Hours ahead of President Trump's 8 p.m. deadline, American airstrikes pounded regime targets on Kharg Island in the Strait of Hormuz, a warning to Iran's government. Fox News correspondent Trey Yangst has the story now from Tel Aviv.
This war is going to conclude. And I think the nature of the conclusion is ultimately up to the Iranians.
American airstrikes pounded targets on Iran's Kharg Island early Tuesday, ahead of President Trump's deadline for Iran to, quote, fully surrender and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. And just a few hours later, the president issued a new warning: will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will.
President Trump has to use the strongest possible language to try again to put enough military pressure on what remains of Iran's leadership.
Pentagon officials say the Kharg Island airstrikes were meant to send a message to the Iranian government, but it's not clear if it will work. On Monday, Iran rejected the latest ceasefire proposal, leaving diplomats scrambling to get a deal in place before the deadline.
The details of the deal is what really matters here, if we in fact get one. Given the pressure on the Iranians, I suspect they are negotiating quite genuinely here.
Meanwhile, preparations for major airstrikes are underway in Tehran. Officials there are urging civilians to form human chains around power plants. And Iran's president says 14 million people have volunteered to fight.
My friends, they were all on the streets and they tried to defend of our country. Iran is come to hell, and here is the real hell.
The deadline is 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. That's when President Trump says he'll start bombing Iran's bridges and power plants. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yangst, Fox News.
Officials in Qatar called on partners in the region and beyond to end the war in the Middle East. These comments come today as airstrikes hit 2 bridges and a train station in Iran. After more than a month of fierce U.S.-Israeli airstrikes, the Iranian military is sustaining a steady stream of daily strikes against Israel and its Gulf Arab neighbors, creating regional chaos and an outsized economic shock.
The continuation of this war in this way will only mean more costs for the people of the region, for the international peace and security, for international economy, for international energy markets. And there are no winners in the continuation of this war. There are only losers. And
so far, the war has threatened global supplies of oil and natural gas, sparked fertilizer shortages, and disrupted air travel. Well, a French high-speed train driver was killed earlier today when his locomotive crashed into a truck in northern France. The local administration chief says 16 people were also injured in the crash, including 2 seriously. The truck was carrying military equipment. Now, the train was traveling at around 100 miles per hour at the time of the impact. Local officials say the cause of the accident has not yet been determined. The truck driver, though, has been taken into police custody while investigators examine the railway equipment, the heavy goods vehicle, and the convoy involved. In the meantime, a chemical explosion in North Carolina killing 1 person and leaving at least 1 other injured. It all happened at the Carolina Beverage Group in Mooresville earlier this morning. Hazmat and fire crews were on the scene actively working to control a chemical leak caused by the blast. It is believed there is no danger currently to the surrounding community, but authorities have asked people to avoid the area as emergency operations continue. And 1 person is dead after a fire in a San Jose apartment building that firefighters say was sparked by an e-bike battery. Fire officials now warning that lithium-ion battery fires can create toxic smoke that can suffocate victims if they inhale too much of it. Officials believe this victim was trying to put out the flames when they were overcome.
The problem with these fires is one, when the batteries fail and start or cause fire, they do so with very little to no warning. The fire spreads very rapidly and produces a very large amount of toxic smoke that spreads very quickly. What can happen is it can overwhelm victims very quickly and can also make it very, very difficult to escape the fire.
Fire officials say don't leave items with those kind of lithium-ion batteries like e-bikes charging overnight or unattended. They also recommend not storing those e-bikes in living spaces, but if you have to, make sure it's not blocking a hallway or exit. Listen to this, a large warehouse fire in Ontario, California this morning. Crews are currently at the scene on your screen here after the Ontario Fire Department received several reports regarding the ongoing flames. Thick smoke and heavy flames can be seen inside the location. California Fire says the facility measures about 1 million square feet. Fire officials are calling for additional help to contain the massive blaze, including 10 engine companies, 1 truck company, 1 squad, 2 battalion chiefs, and 1 division chief. And meanwhile, 1 hiker rushed to the hospital in critical condition after being stung more than 100 times by bees. It all happened over the weekend at Lookout Mountain in North Phoenix. Officials say after the sting, the hiker called 911 for help, saying he just couldn't make it back down. Crews were able to locate the hiker and airlifted him to a nearby hospital. 11:11 now on your Tuesday. Still to come, a new recall from Graco could impact your baby's car seat. Why the company says you should stop using part of one popular model. Plus, happening right now, dozens of employers from healthcare, manufacturing, and more are all under one roof in Bruton. We'll tell you where to go, what to bring, and how to get face-to-face with hiring managers today. But first, Nick, shaping up to be a terrific Tuesday.
Yeah, the afternoon looking great. Great for a cat nap because it's going to be warm, nice and sunny. This is Baby Cat, submitted by Fox 10's own Mike Brantley. You can see here that temperatures getting all the way up to 77 degrees at 3 p.m. And you can see the clouds around, just a couple clouds, otherwise partly sunny. So a nice day to be outside or a nice day to take a nap in the afternoon. If you want your cat on the cat nap forecast, submit it on the Fox 10 weather app.
We the people. 3 simple words that
with Gray. Your future starts now. Visit grayishiring.com to apply today.
It felt like nobody really cared.
Every kid out there should be able to see themselves as a hero.
Had you not seen our investigation, what would you have done?
Can someone lie?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you respond to that?
If this doesn't change, will people get hurt?
As we sit here today, no regrets.
He took his last breath in my arms.
This costed me my childhood.
I'm a part of a big, big project, and it feels amazing.
Honestly, it saved my life.
Welcome back. Happening now, job seekers in Escambia County have the chance to connect with employers all in one place today. The annual Bruton Area Job Fair is happening right now and offers opportunities across several industries. Fox 10's Stephen Moody has much more.
Job seekers in and around Bruton had a great opportunity Tuesday to connect face-to-face with employers looking to hire, all at the annual Bruton Area Job Fair at Coastal Alabama Community College.
We are appreciative to this partnership with Coastal Alabama and all of our community colleges, that relationship between the people that are there to train folks to get ready to join the workforce, and we're here to make sure that they get into the workforce and that workforce is strong. So we are thankful, we're appreciative, and we are excited about what's going on here today.
The event was co-hosted by the Bruton Career Center and Coastal Alabama Community College, and organizers say up to 30 employers and workforce resources were available. Job seekers were encouraged to bring multiple copies of their resumes, dress professionally, and be ready to speak directly with hiring managers. And those who showed up took advantage of that opportunity.
One in particular was Warehouser, and they actually explained to me what was going on and how they worked out there. So that's probably an application I'm putting in as soon as I get home. But yeah, it was pretty comfortable.
And organizers say events like this not only help people find jobs, but also helps to connect local businesses with qualified workers in the community.
We have a wonderful group of employers that are out here that are eager to make that next hire to move their company forward.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
And in Baldwin County, Bay Minette has a brand new police chief. James Rozier Jr. has been appointed to lead the department, bringing nearly 30 years of law enforcement experience. That includes service with the Mobile Police Department and the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Mayor Joshua Brown called Rozier the ideal choice after a rigorous selection process. He now replaces Al Tolbert, who resigned in November and currently holds a position with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office. Rozier will be sworn in on May 6th.
Gulf Shores is a busy place today. This is Sea Insides, and the surf doesn't look that bad in that shot, which is really nice to see. I bet you the waves are going to get bigger, though, as we go through the next couple of days. That is one of our big headlines. Rough surf as we go through this week. Also, you can see the wind blowing around some of the beach umbrellas there. An interesting shot from that camera. So today, it is going to be a warm one. Afternoon high temperatures topping out near 80 degrees after such a cool morning. This morning we had folks that were in the 40s. Some hit 39 degrees. So completely different afternoon for us. And we could see a couple clouds rolling in here, but for the most part it'll be mainly sunny. And you know, notice that northeasterly wind there around 10 miles per hour. We could have gusts that are just a bit higher. In Pensacola, 77 degrees this afternoon, a northeast wind at around 15 miles per hour. Also dry conditions in Pensacola here today. Recommended no burning. There's actually a red flag warning that is in place. We'll take a look at that in a second. But as you can see, it is a nice forecast for outdoor plans that you have. I mentioned the dryness. Northwest Florida is in a severe drought. You can see the extreme drought in the red color there. The tan color is moderate drought. Everybody's dealing with dry conditions today. And with the wind that we have in place around 10 miles per hour with higher gusts, we're going to have the potential for some burning issues. If there were a fire, it could spread very quickly. Therefore, the fire weather warning, the red flag warning has been issued noon till 7 p.m. Focusing in on Northwest Florida, as I mentioned, but pretty much everywhere. I wouldn't recommend burning today. No outdoor burning, again, because of that wind and dry conditions that we have. Speaking of dry conditions, for the most part, our rain chances stay near zero over the next 7 days. Maybe the slightest chance of a rain shower Wednesday into Thursday. Take a look at it here on Futurecast. This is our model. The HRRR shows increasing cloud cover overnight tonight. And Wednesday is going to be a mostly cloudy day. So again, Wednesday, probably mostly cloudy. By the evening time, we could squeeze out a shower or two, mainly along and south of Interstate 10. So very few, far between with those rain showers, but that accounts for maybe a 10 to 20% chance of rain. Starting on Thursday, though, you can see we're back to mostly clear skies. And rainfall over the next 7 days of the GFS forecast model. The GFS barely puts anything in the middle of this week, and it actually puts a couple coastal showers in at the beginning of next week. So again, rain chances seem to be very, very low. If anything, they would be at the immediate coast where you see rainfall. And then looking ahead in the rainfall outlook, this is April 13th through 17th in the Climate Prediction Center. Drier than normal conditions will likely set up for the southeastern United States. This is a result of a large ridge of high pressure that is going to be building in here. See this big bump of orange. Anytime you see the orange bubble, that means warm and that means drier, and that's exactly what we are seeing in our forecast. And warm days are ahead. Look at the forecast highs going up above average pretty decently here. The morning temperatures will also go above average pretty decently. You can see this reflected in the long range outlook. 80s are here, and they will be sticking around through the weekend and into next week.
All right, good to know, Nick. Thank you. 11:20 now, and we have a safety warning for spring breakers. We've been talking about this a lot, but red flags will be flying on local beaches this week due to those dangerous rip currents. Morning anchor Sarah Wall is taking a look at the current beach conditions, the flag warning system, a big one, and what you need to know if you are heading down to the beach. In Depth with Sarah Wall, Rip Current Dangers is available for you right now on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app and our Fox 10 News Facebook page. Well, Fox 10's Entrepreneurial Shades of Gray podcast highlights local stories of business growth and the journey behind it all. In fact, this week, what started as taking a few photos for a relative turned into a partnership with Ford Models and eventually a full-time career in fashion photography for Tony Riles. She shares how she learned the business side of a creative industry and what it really takes to build a career behind the lens. New episodes of Entrepreneurial Shades of Gray drop every Wednesday. You can watch on fox10tv.com under the podcast tab, on Fox 10's YouTube channel and the Fox 10 News Gulfstream app. Audio versions are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. And another safety alert for you this morning. Graco is recalling some of its car seats. The issue involves the base of the Snug Ride Turn and Slide infant car seats sold between January and March. Graco didn't say exactly what the problem is, but the company discovered it during post-production testing. The company says the car seats are still safe to use without the base, and owners of the product on your screen here can contact Graco for a free replacement base.
After a historic lunar flyby, Artemis 2 is headed back home. I'm Caroline Elliott in New York, and I've got those details coming up.
.600.
Go back, the 4 astronauts of Artemis 2 will make history again as they plan a ship-to-ship call with the International Space Station. This comes after they spoke with President Trump about their record-breaking trip around the moon. Fox News correspondent Caroline Elliott has more.
We are earthbound and ready to bring you home.
NASA sent 4 astronauts around the moon to make history, and now the crew is coming back to Earth as heroes.
Today you've made history and made all America really proud, incredibly proud. You all made this day possible, and you've really inspired the entire world.
President Trump congratulated the crew after the team traveled deeper into space than any other human being has before.
Humans have really never seen anything quite like what you're doing in a manned spacecraft. It's really special.
The spacecraft flew around the moon's far side on Monday, getting never-before-seen images of the lunar surface and losing communication with Earth for almost an hour.
I said a little prayer, but then I had to keep rolling.
I think one of the biggest highlights was coming back from the far side of the moon and having the first glimpses of planet Earth again after being out of communication for about 45 minutes. It really just reminds you what a special place we have and how important it is for our nation to lead and not follow in exploring deep space.
NASA shared this stunning photo from the mission Tuesday morning. The president told the crew this test flight is only the beginning, and the next step is boots on the moon in 2028.
This time we won't just leave footprints, we'll establish a permanent presence on the moon. and we'll push on to Mars.
President Trump has invited the team to the White House when they get back home and says he will be asking for their autographs. In New York, Caroline Elliott, Fox News.
Yeah, just some incredible pictures there for sure. It's 11:27 now. Straight ahead, a major airline is raising checked bag fees. We'll tell you who. Plus, phone-free bars and restaurants are on the rise. Your business headlines are next. First, let's check in with Nick outside.
Yeah, outside it looks gorgeous. This is a look from Scarlet Pearl on our Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network. Looks nice out there. It'll be a nice day to go on a drive down 90 down the coast there in Mississippi. It would be really nice with these temperatures. You could drive with the windows down in the 70s here, close to 80 degrees. Downtown Mobile from the Admiral, it's also looking good. And here's the look from Battleship Memorial Park. North wind out there. We'll have a look at your forecast. Come in.
Looking for a media
button for me right there.
A new one-of-a-kind show that shines a light on the real issues of aging in America.
It's really about health span, not lifespan.
It's honest talk with real solutions, tools the whole family can use.
Whatever problem you're trying to solve it from a place of collaboration.
Aging isn't the end. It's a new chapter.
Isn't that the goal, just to age just as well as you can?
Aging Untold. Check local listings on aginguntold.com.
Turner. Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back. Turning now to your half-hour headlines on this Tuesday. A hospital-based violence intervention program is expanding into community prevention training after serving more than 100 gunshot victims. Healing and Life Opportunities, known as HALO, connects violence intervention specialists with gunshot victims shortly after they arrive at University Hospital. The program offers assistance with anything clients may need during and after treatment. HALO is teaming up with Faith in Action trained community members to spot the warning signs of violence and connect people to help before it's too late. For more information on how to sign up, you can visit our website, fox10tv.com. And New South Lumber Company, a subsidiary of Canfor Southern Pine, is investing $10.5 million to expand its Mobile County operation. The upgrade is designed to speed up the lumber drying process, boost how much the plant can produce, and improve overall efficiency. With more than 250 jobs tied to this facility, the expansion is expected to strengthen Mobile County's role in the forest products industry and support that long-term growth. Leaders say the project shows strong confidence in Mobile Plant's future. Construction is scheduled to begin this month, with completion expected in June. And finally, Spanish Fort is renaming a stretch of highway to honor military veterans past and present. Baldwin County and Spanish Fort are renaming Highway 225, a corridor with deep military history, including the only known Revolutionary War veteran buried in Baldwin County and the U.S. Colored Troops Heritage Trail. The idea came from longtime veterans advocate Dr. Barry Booth and quickly won support from city, county, and state leaders. State Representative Matt Simpson says the House of Representatives will also release a resolution today in support of the project. The music label known for Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny could be sold. SpaceX outlines its plans to go public. America's office market is experiencing a fire sale, and phone-free bars and restaurants are on the rise. Fox's CJ Papa has today's Fox Business Briefs.
Investment firm Pershing Square is offering to buy Universal Music Group, the company with Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, Elton John, and many other major artists. Pershing, led by investor Bill Ackman, would value the record label at about $64 billion. SpaceX, Elon Musk's rocket company, outlined details of its plans to go public. It will pitch the stock launch to investors the week of June 8th. A large portion of shares will be reserved for retail investors. America's office market is experiencing a fire sale, with some buildings marked down by more than 90%. Owners and lenders are accepting enormous losses on office towers due to increased remote work and high interest rates. And if you're in a bar or restaurant and no one is on phones, they might actually talk to one another. Bars and restaurants in 11 states, from Arizona to Texas and Massachusetts, have independently asked customers to leave their phones at home. The result, more interactions and maybe more good times. After all, no one's taking pictures of what happens. But it's not just for nightlife. A Chick-fil-A in Maryland is giving free ice cream to families that can keep their phones off the table while they eat. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Yeah, I'm really liking that phone-free push for sure. Well, flying with bags on Delta Airlines is about to cost more. The airline is increasing checked baggage fees for tickets purchased on or after April 8th, marking its first hike in 2 years. The price for a first checked bag will rise to $45, with a second bag increasing to $55, and a third checked bag will jump even higher, up $50 to a total of $200. The changes apply to domestic and select short-haul international routes, but not long-haul flights. Delta says the increase reflects evolving global conditions as airlines face rising fuel and operating costs. Now, other airlines, including JetBlue Airways and United Airlines, have also raised their baggage fees as well.
11:35, it's Osprey Cam time. This is Wolf Bay, and what you're looking at is a lovely blue sky there, and you can see there's a little bit of wind blowing. It's not super strong right now. Always an interesting view from this camera. It gives you a good perspective of what's going on. What's it looking at? It sees something. I don't know. It's always a cool camera to look at. You can check that out online. Here's what our cameras look like outside. Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network, 68 degrees right now. Blue sky, government Bankhead Tunnel right here, looking all fine and dandy with no issues. Northeast wind at 13 miles per hour. Right now in D'Iberville, Mississippi, we're starting to see some of the cloud cover moving in here. This is just upper level, beautiful cirrus clouds. It's just as stunning as it gets. A few clouds around, temperatures in the 70s. It is going to be a nice one this afternoon. Wow, that's a lot of people at the beach. A lot of people out there enjoying their time. So many folks. It is a very comfortable temperature. A few folks getting in the water, but you see right here, that is a red flag that is flying down at the beach. So that is rough surf happening there. And you can see some of these dark spots as well. One of the calling cards of a rip current is actually a darker spot where the waves aren't breaking. So I'd be curious to see, I wonder what the current looks like in some of those areas, because we could be looking at some rip currents happening right now on your screen. Temperatures will be in the 70s today. Be careful getting down to the beach. In live camera from Dauphin Island, the view looks good here with that northeasterly wind. Wind forecast goes easterly for Wednesday and Thursday, and that's going to increase the rip current risk even more. Here are the wind gusts hour by hour. Here, this is the National Weather Service forecast data, and you can see they're around 20 miles per hour here near the coast overnight tonight, and then they crank up tomorrow around 25. And during that period, we have gale warning for our offshore water, small craft advisory closer up, and we have a high surf advisory in place for our coastal zones. So rough surf down at the beach is just the main thing here. 3 to 5 feet with possibly higher surf on Wednesday and Thursday. Be prepared if you're heading down to the beach. Reminder, red flags does not mean that the water is closed. Technically, you can still get in the water. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not, because it's just sometimes not fun. It throws you around quite a bit. So high surf and or dangerous rip currents happening today. If you see double red flags, that means the water is closed. Next 48 hours here, you can see those clouds moving in with the Futurecast model. When's our next rain chance? We really don't have a significant rain chance here in our forecast. I'm just going to kind of let this go. Temperatures get warm tomorrow afternoon. Notice Wednesday is a mostly cloudy day. Maybe one shower or two. Around 10 to 20% chance of rain on Wednesday. Thursday here, quiet, and then maybe a 10 to 20% chance of rain as we go through the early part of the day on Thursday. Otherwise, it is a dry forecast thanks to a ridge of high pressure that is building in here over our region. It is going to keep us dry in the long term. Here it is over the next 7 days. Not much to talk about here. It is going to be a gradual warming trend with the dry conditions continuing.
Nick, thank you. Well, many people don't know where their next meal is coming from. And this Thursday, 25 local chefs and restaurants are doing something about it. They are taking part in the 26th annual Gulf Coast Chef Challenge, a culinary cook-off that serves a much greater purpose, feeding the Gulf Coast. It is the agency's only yearly fundraiser, an evening filled with food, live entertainment, and a silent auction aimed at ending hunger all along the Gulf Coast. And the reality is, hunger doesn't always look how you expect. It could be a family next door or even your coworker.
1 in 6 individuals, 1 in 4 children faces food insecurity right here in our local community. So events, partnerships, and donations make sure that we're able to provide food and resources to those people.
And the Chef Challenge at the Mobile Convention Center is a great way for the community to come together. Ticket information is on our website, fox10tv.com. You can donate food, funds, or even your time. If you or someone you know needs help, resources are available there as well. Every dollar counts, especially now. Well, the Baldwin County Strawberry Festival is happening this weekend at Loxley Municipal Park, one of my favorite events of the year. By the way, admission is completely free. The event includes vendors, live entertainment, an antique car show, and all the strawberry shortcake you can eat. It's Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 5, and the event supports Loxley Elementary and ARC of Baldwin County. Every year, the event raises more than $100,000. It's 11:39. Now we want to point your attention to our Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. If you have not downloaded the app by now, what are you waiting for? It truly is the best resource for all things Fox 10 News and weather. You can see Nick right here. This was our newscast from just a couple of minutes ago. You can watch Fox 10 News live at anywhere, anytime, regardless of if you are in our viewing area or not. And there's truly so much to see and experience on this easy to access app. Scrolling down here, you can see our weather forecast, which Nick will talk about in just a minute. We have our news page as well with our latest local, national, and international news tabs. In depth again with Sarah Wallace, segment she does at 9 a.m. every single day. She just talked about dangerous rip currents ahead of spring break this morning, which is a very, very timely one as well. Our Studio 10 tab, Unwritten Legends of the Gulf Coast, Investigate TV Plus, which is one I find incredibly interesting. And as you can tell, the tabs simply keep going. So there's truly something for everyone and whatever piques your interest. But a lot of people do use this primarily for weather as well. So Nick, can you talk a little bit about how folks can utilize this resource?
Yeah, going to the weather section here, that weather section is 2 tabs, which are very, very useful. Of course, just the generic weather forecast, whatever our latest forecast is, will be posted here, and you can just watch the full video. That next weather section is an in-depth dive into one particular weather topic that you can take a look at there. But other things, I want to mention Sarah's in-depth today. I had a lot of discussion with her about this in-depth segment that she did, because this is such a important thing for us, talking about rip currents. So I'm glad, and there have been multiple times where we have discussed rip currents, and we try to message it so hard because it's a big thing. So check that out if you have not on the Fox 10 Gulfstream app. Roku, Fire, Apple, all the smart TVs.
Everything.
It's on everything, and you can check it out. It is an easy download. Just head to your home page, and to search it, just go in, and where's the search button there? Where's the search button? I forget.
I'm not the person to ask here.
And then you go and you just type in Fox 10 Gulfstream.
There
Fox
it
10,
is.
and you'll get it, and you can download it.
It pops right up. I use this resource every single day, and it keeps you updated and in the know about all things, again, Fox 10 News and weather. Thank you for staying with us on Fox 10 Midday. We'll be right back with this story. American Girl dolls are going back in time. Plus, the construction continues on the new downtown arena in Mobile. And get this, today the name will officially be revealed. We break it down in your Midday Talkers next.
It felt like nobody really cared.
Every kid out there should be able to see themselves as a hero.
Had you not seen our investigation, what would you have done?
Could someone lie?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you respond to that?
If this doesn't change, will people get hurt?
As we sit here today, no regrets.
He took his last breath in my arms.
This costed me my childhood.
I'm a part of a big, big project, and it feels amazing.
Honestly, it saved my life.
Looking for a media career with a digital-first edge? At Gray, engaging content is our passion, delivered across all platforms. Join us to create, inform, and entertain while building relationships and boosting local businesses. With over 100 locations nationwide, your journey can start anywhere. Embrace a culture of growth and innovation with Gray. Your future starts now. Visit grayishiring.com to apply today.
Aging Untold.
That's a hot button for me right there.
A new one-of-a-kind show that shines a light on the real issues of aging in America.
It's really about health span, not lifespan.
It's honest talk with real solutions. Tools the whole family can use.
Whatever problem you're trying to solve it from a place of collaboration.
Aging isn't the end. It's a new chapter.
Isn't that the goal, just to age just as well as you can?
Aging Untold. Check local listings on aginguntold.com.
It is time to see the good side.
I made this book to really inspire people.
I'm Deborah Alfarone. Join me each week for stories that uplift, inspire, and remind us of the good happening all around us.
It can save somebody's life.
Because we could all use a little more good in our day.
The Good Side, Saturdays, only on Local News Live. Check your local listings on localnewslive.com.
Welcome back. I am so excited to talk about this, but a relaunch of 8 original American Girl dolls went on sale today.
The Historical Characters collection pays homage to American Girl doll's 40th anniversary this year.
What, 40 years? Each doll will include her signature outfit and a book, plus packaging inspired by the original design.
This OG collection includes such dolls as Felicity, Kaya, Kit, and Samantha.
Yeah, that's definitely the OG collection there. Each doll retails for $175.
American Girl dates back to 1986 when a teacher who loved history created the first product line.
In part, the brand is known for experiential retail stores where children can immerse themselves in the doll's world. Okay, I had Samantha. Loved her. Loved her. I wanted every single one. These dolls were pretty expensive at the time, but they're incredible because each doll, as you can tell, comes with a book. So there's an entire series. I have pretty much the entire American Girl doll book series, which is so sweet and something definitely want to pass along to my family in the future.
Well, it's cool that they're bringing these back. It's always good to bring back an original product like that.
Absolutely, for sure. Super excited for that. Lady Gaga issued a heartfelt apology after canceling her most recent show.
The pop star said her doctor advised her not to perform Monday night due to a respiratory infection.
It was supposed to be her third and final performance in Montreal on her current tour.
Gaga told fans on Instagram that she could not feel worse about letting them down.
The Born This Way singer is set to perform in St. Paul, Minnesota on Thursday night.
Another show is still scheduled for the following night.
And her Mayhem Ball tour then concludes Monday, April 13th with a show at Madison Square Garden. Have you seen her in concert?
No, I have not. I didn't realize it's coming to close so soon there, but I know it's an amazing tour, and we are human in that, like, everybody gets sick, and even Lady Gaga is human and can get sick.
That is a good reminder for those that work in the public eye, especially. I know it can affect lots of people. We hope she feels better soon. The Tampa Bay Rays returned to Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg for opening day yesterday.
This after the team spent the 2025 regular season at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa.
The team temporarily moved there after a hurricane ravaged their stadium back in October 2024.
Yeah, in the meantime, the Trop underwent a $55 million renovation.
And the Trop has been the team's home since 1998.
I remember the destruction there in that it was Milton believe.
I was about to ask you. That would make sense.
And that was, there was damage done, and that was during one of the active seasons where we actually had a couple of storms that went close to the Tampa Bay area, but of course that one was a big one. Thankfully, the storm actually missed Tampa Bay.
Wow.
The storm went south of Tampa Bay. The core of Milton did, but it could have been way worse for that. But nice to see that work.
Yeah, and excited for Tampa Bay Rays to be back home for sure. It is a big day for us here in the city of Mobile.
The City of Mobile leaders are set to unveil the official name and naming rights partner for the new entertainment area downtown.
Yeah, the 10,000-seat venue is under construction on the site of the old Mobile Civic Center and is expected to open in early 2027.
Officials say the $300 million arena is on time and on budget, and will be a game changer for the region, anchoring a new entertainment district on the 22-acre site and driving more investment into the city.
And Fox 10 will stream this live on our Gulfstream TV app. And by the way, our own Lanice Lagan will MC the event. Nick, I know she's super excited to be there.
She is super excited about this, and she's been teasing about it on social media. This is going to be a big event. This is a massive thing for the city of Mobile. The excitement is very much there.
Yeah, we're anxious to see what the name will be today. It is 11:49 now. Thanks for staying with us, Nick. Let's go ahead and take a live look. Where?
This is at Dauphin Island. Dauphin Island Sea Lab with the Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network. We have that northerly wind that is still in place. It should be turning a little later, more easterly. See a few cirrus clouds in the picture, too. We'll get one last look at the forecast before we go here on Fox 10 Midday.
Wayne Fryer of Pensacola's biggest sale of the year has been extended. Rows and rows of single wides, double wides, and even triple wides are priced to move. Every lot model has been slashed by thousands. Single wides start at $59.9. Double wides start at $99.9. And if you need more space, Wayne Fryer of Pensacola has a 5-bedroom home starting at $139.9. Selection is strong, savings are real, and April is the time to buy. We don't need everyone's business, just yours. For the best deals in town, come on down to Wayne Fryer of Pensacola.
Breakdowns happen, engines fail, transmissions go out, and repairs like that can cost up to $10,000. When you buy from Eastern Shore Toyota, you're covered for life with our exclusive lifetime warranty that's included at no extra cost. That means unlimited time and miles for as long as you own the vehicle. And you're covered by our lifetime warranty anywhere in the United States and Canada. Why buy anywhere else? Save up to $10,000 when the unexpected happens. Shop Eastern Shore Toyota today.
250 years ago,
our story began.
We came together.
We chose to become Americans.
Ours is a story of seeking freedom, pursuing dreams,
and of promises still unfolding.
Now we're called to celebrate our shared identity.
And to also reflect
on who we've been,
on who we are,
and who we're becoming.
Let us honor the courage of the past
so we can proudly shape our future.
This is America 250, Alabama.
Looking for a media career with a digital-first edge? At Gray, engaging content is our passion, delivered across all platforms. Join us to create, inform, and entertain while building relationships and boosting local businesses. With over 100 locations nationwide, your journey can start anywhere. Embrace a culture of growth and innovation with Gray. Your future starts now. Visit grayishiring.com to apply today.
Aging Untold.
That's a hot button for me right there.
A new one-of-a-kind show that shines a light on the real issues of aging in America.
It's really about health span, not lifespan.
It's honest talk with real solutions. Tools the whole family can use.
Whatever problem you're trying to solve it from a place of collaboration.
Aging isn't the end. It's a new chapter.
Isn't that the goal, just to age just as well as you can?
Aging Untold. Check local listings on aginguntold.com.
What if yesterday's leftovers could become tomorrow's precious jewels? Scientists and designers are discovering overripe fruit and spoiled produce don't have to end up in the trash. Instead, they can be upcycled into luxurious glittering accessories that might rival the crown jewels. Amanda Sansoni has that and more in today's Take a Look at This.
Precious gemstones, formed through intense geological processes over millions of years, have been highly valued for their rarity for millennia. But now, these treasures
These ones are tomatoes. I tried for a long time with oranges and lemons, but they were so pale that we can't actually get the pigment to look visible enough. But whereas with pineapple, that solved my problem.
Can come from trash.
In the West, 40% of food available to us, perfectly good food, goes to landfill sites every year. So I thought to myself, what if we can create a gemstone using pigments from fruits and vegetables, infusing it into a bioresin similar to an amber.
Jeweler Annabella Chan creates these modern marvels by drying, simmering, boiling, and grinding overripe produce to develop a pure pigment powder. What takes the earth millions of years, she can do in a matter of months. And arguably better.
And to get a ruby this size and scale from nature would have been near sort of impossible.
From bold leaps in fashion.
Oh, this looks good.
To wild jumps in sport. Oh. Hopping's not just for bunnies at this extraordinary Alaskan Easter celebration, where participants played that classic family game, sink or skim. Hilltop Ski Area's 5th annual event featured 64 costumed, brave skiers and snowboarders taking on an ice-cold pond in an epic battle to stay afloat. But in this frosty fight, the water usually wins. For Take a Look at This, I'm Amanda Sansoni.
I would love to see you out there.
Some of those people, I think they just flung their legs off.
Do you think that they knew how to do this, or are these just random people that were like, I'm just going to try?
I don't know the context. They're going to move on. This is what it looks like outside right now. This is Orange Beach, where we have our Eastern Shore Toyota camera network. This is on top of Turquoise Place, looking down, and we're watching for those dark spots in the water. Rip currents, rip currents, rip currents. That is the big deal today, tomorrow, and the next day. We have a high risk of rip currents in place officially from the National Weather Service forecast tomorrow and on Thursday there, but we already have red flags that are flying down at the beach. So please be careful if you are down there. It is potentially dangerous with the surf that we have going on. Here's the next few hours, and you see temperatures that are well up into the 70s here. It is going to be a nice afternoon to be outside. Some locations could hit 80 degrees today. You see 80 degrees or 78 degrees in Mobile, 77 in Gulf Shores, 79 in Crestview, so really close to that 80-degree mark here. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we will see temperatures fall back into the cooler section of the temperature chart here. We're going to go down to 50 degrees in our inland spots. In Mobile, 55 degrees, 57 in Gulf Shores. We'll have a few more clouds around tonight, and then more clouds around on Wednesday. Wednesday, your temperatures again in the upper 70s. There's that rip current risk again. It should be the thing that's on top of your mind if you're heading down to the beach. Also, the UV index is very high, so don't forget that too. But rough surf down at the beach will continue. We will be posting updates on social media, so be sure to give us a follow there. No big rain over the next 7 days. It's going to be a dry and quiet forecast.
Yeah, wear that sunscreen. I did not this weekend, so now I'm paying the penalty for that. But we want to thank you for watching Fox 10 Midday. We'll see you on Fox 10 Live at 3.